This is about the time many Canadians are thinking about getting away, maybe even planning their spring or summer vacations. Now, with recent activity south of the border, has many of us considering exploring our own country rather than traveling abroad.
Lisa Kisber joins us this morning with a unique option that is near and dear to her. Lisa, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And of course, TMS viewers, they know you for your fashion savvy, your style, your taste. But maybe they don't necessarily know your background, so tell us a bit about that.
Yes, I am born and raised in Quebec, and my family is there. All my childhood best friends are still there, and so I go back a lot. It's near and dear to my heart. And also, when we talk about what we're going to get into here, food near and dear to my heart, especially from Quebec. You can take the girl out of Quebec, but you can't take the Quebecois out of the girl.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so let's dive in, because we know there are a lot of reasons to visit Quebec, but you've brought some more reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. So food is a huge part of Quebec culture. There's agro-tourism, there's all kinds of amazing different aspects of different regions, and I would say one of the commonalities between all these regions is the joie de vivre, which when you translate that, it's the joy of living, and it's about having this sense of community and excellence and really quality, beautiful experiences in the things that we have to do to live, and so that involves eating. And there's so many different areas to sort of explore in Quebec and enjoy a lot of the different foods, but the commonality is JDV, joie de vivre.
All right. Well, let's dive in and let's start. You brought crab, I see?
I did. So seafood, such an iconic, beautiful, amazing food from Quebec, the freshwaters of the St. Lawrence. And you can get Nordic shrimp, you can get lobster, you can get snow crab, which you're seeing right there, one of my absolute favorite dishes on the face of the earth. And really amazing smoked fish as well. So whatever you're into for the seafood lover and sort of the fish lover, there is amazing, amazing fish and seafood to be had. And now snow crab, in terms of season, the peak season is like April to May, but it starts in March, goes to June, so it's time to get cracking. What I love about it, really fresh, really amazing, and you can eat it. It's such clean food, and I will die on this hill. You can eat it just on its own because it's so fresh and wonderful, but you know, you can always do the drawn butter also.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of the sea lover, we got to talk about the bagel, lox, and cream cheese, an iconic dish from Montreal. And you know, when we talk about Quebec and the bagel, lox, and cream cheese, we have to talk about the sort of Eastern European influences, because it's the bread making influence on the Montreal bagel, which obviously I'm a big fan of, and then obviously that smoked fish and the cream cheese, and it's really simple, but it's very sophisticated and truly my comfort food.
Sure, me too.
Get in there, and that's exactly
one
how
of my
I like it.
faves.
Yeah. So you got capers on there, you got a little bit of cucumber, you got some tomato, and you've got, of course, that smoked fish and that beautiful bagel. Oh, we're diving in. I love it. Right. It's so good. Okay.
We can't talk Quebec and Quebec food without talking cheese.
Yeah, so Quebec is a veritable cheese paradise. Over 1,000 varieties of cheese, award-winning cheese, and also interestingly, they actually have creamy cheeses like soft brie, camembert, and you can get it unpasteurized without the 60-day requirement, like Europe. So we've got amazing options and award-winning options when it comes to cheese. So over here, I mean, we also should talk about fromage fermier, which is farmstead cheese. You can get a certification that's actually cheese producers using milk from their own operation with traditional techniques. So really incredible quality craftsmanship. What you're having right now is the Ermite from Saint-Benoît-du-Lac, which is actually made by Benedictine monks. And it's the first blue cheese in Canada, and started in 1943. And then over on the other side, we have Oka, which is something that I grew up eating, and that made traditionally by Trappist monks, and really an interesting flavor, one of my absolute favorites, another comfort food for me.
It is divine. The word divine comes to mind.
Right? And
talk about that cheese.
Don't forget to pair it, you know, with a fantastic wine, because you can go on the route de vin. You pair that perfect verre or glass with your perfect cheese or fromage.
Love it. All right, and finally
We've got, so pate, when we talk about the European influence that you find in Quebec, especially with the food, you have that pate and Quebec créton, which is what we're going to try in a minute. But we can find rustic pate du campagne, you can find silky pate du foie, and you can have this créton, which is you're seeing in front of you. You can find these on all different menus, from like, you know, rustic farmhouses to super high-end restaurants, and even soon to be potentially Michelin-starred restaurants, because Michelin stars are coming to Quebec, which is very exciting. Créton, something that you eat traditionally during breakfast on crusty bread. It's that spiced pork, beautiful spread. So indulgent, so flavorful.
You can hear the crunch.
Right?
That bread is perfect. So good.
So delicious. So there's so much to explore. Like,
I'm so happy right now. I am
Yeah.
so happy. This is all so delicious. And we are just scratching the surface. I mean, this is a plethora of reasons to visit Quebec, but we're just getting started here on the show because we're going to give you even more reasons to visit in the shows ahead. Lisa.
yes.
Bravo.
Yes, and you know what? We're having so much water beef right here.
Yes.
Yes.
And merci. Yes.
Yeah, well, look at
Yes,
this. Look
okay.
at this guy.
Look at me go. So, all right.
you to dive into.
Lisa.
This portion of the morning show is brought to you by Bonjour Quebec. Come summer with us.